Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com and PickDogs.com, and it is Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope. Of course, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We crossed the 15,000 subscriber plateau, and we're not looking at 15,000. It's a good number. We only had about 3 or 4 months of having this channel when the COVID stoppage happened. And then, so we're only really, I would say 5 months of really having 4 or 5 months. So 15,000, not bad, but our goal is 10 million, and we're not going to waver from that. And anything short of it, we're going to keep plowing and plowing and plowing away until we hit that 15 million. So 15,000, next is 150,000, then, 1.5 million, and then, 10 million. That would be our goal. And when we get to 10 million, our goal will then be 20 million. But anyways, we have 2 games canceled today already. We have the Yankees and the Phillies have been postponed once again. I think, in a 60-game season, these games need to be made up, and they will be made up. And then the Orioles and Marlins once again are postponed. But we knew that was going to happen, right? We knew the Marlins-Orioles was going to be postponed. But I have to say that the drama here, and I even went on and did a special show last night, the drama surrounding these COVID cases is ridiculous because every other team is testing. And they're not announcing positive tests. So, I don't know, it's like, oh my God. No. What about the thousands of players that are testing negative? What about it? Where is it? Not a peep. I do not understand it, especially places like ESPN. It's like, let's just put down your entire livelihood, what you do for a living and what you do as a business, and for the sake of being a drama queen, because that's exactly what they're doing. And, I don't understand it. I don't understand it one bit. So that's pretty much where I stand on that. But I'm trying to just share this before I get the guys in here so I can share this show. For some reason, Facebook changed some things. I changed back to the old Facebook, so now I'm getting used to the Facebook again. But anyways, let me bring the guys in and see what they have to say. We know there's no cases of COVID in the NHL. We know there are no other reported cases of COVID on any of the other baseball teams, on any of the other 29 teams. Rod, how's it going today?
Going good. I'm excited. We get to see some hockey today.
Yeah, we have these cancellations, and the games are going to be made up. My guess is we're going to see some double headers. Yesterday was pretty much
down the line for sure. We'll get some double headers with these cancellations.
Yesterday was a combination of a shit show and a dumpster fire. It's kind of like Monahan's production since he's been on vacation, But now throw in the pink shirt, it's really gone to hell. But it's like you had 2 COVID stoppages, and then you see, right? So I turn on the TV. I'm ready to watch my games. I have the TV in the studio, so I'm watching games, doing these videos on the thing, and I see White Sox Indians postponed. I'm like, oh my God, they didn't just postpone a game out of the blue because of COVID. And then I say, oh, thank God it's raining, And then you see the Cubs and the Reds are delayed, right? And you see, oh, that's rain too. And then it's like, it's like you're relieved for a rain out. And then it's like you see the Brewers and the Pirates go into a rain delay, and then they end up having a great game, that Brewers-Pirates game. I gave out the run line in my premium picks. I ended up losing the game. I bet it personally, run line and straight up, but gave out run line in the premium. So I lost, but I won the other one, and hopefully everybody else did too. But that was a hell of a game. And we're starting to see these good games. The Reds Cubs was a good game.
It was the guy in our group today that I seen that he had the Brewers, but he ripped his ticket up.
No, he had the Reds plus 1.5.
Oh, the Reds
plus 1.5.
And
this is why they play the full.
Boy, they play the full 9-inning game, and or maybe 10 if they have to. I've seen so many 9-inning comebacks. Don't rip your ticket till it's over.
Yeah, I mean, baseball's the one sport. There's a reason they play the full 9 innings. There's absolutely a reason. So I'm going to guess notifications didn't go out for this show too well. So, we'll just bear with it. Let me see if we got. Oh, cool. But good morning to everyone that's joining us. We still have 14 Major League Baseball games to work with. We've got the last day of NBA scrimmages in preseason. We've got NHL dropping the puck today, back in action for the restart. And I'll tell you, man, you know what I did this morning? So normally I get up at a ridiculous hour. I get up at 3:30 in the morning because it takes me about an hour to get ready for the computer pick show. This show answer all your emails that you guys have sent me. I know everyone's in a different time zone, so I'm up at 3. It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast, right? So I got to answer all your emails. People have bought picks. They're having problems accessing it or something like that. Hey, if it was me paying for something, I'd want someone to respond as soon as possible, so I try and treat you guys the same way. I'm going to get some help for some of this stuff is what I need to do. So we have round-the-clock coverage. But in the meantime, it's just me, so I'm up all day and all night. But so I'm sitting there in bed, and you know what pops into my head? Monahan will probably like this one, right? So here's what I'm thinking, right? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm browsing through the iPad. I'm in bed. My wife's sleeping. Sam is like laying on top of both of us, sprawled out on his back, and I'm like, I haven't really checked the transfer portal for college football recently, And it's like, I go through and I'm looking, I'm like, wow, there's so many players in here in the transfer portal. And it's like, I want to do a transfer portal show. And I think I'm going to start writing transfer portal articles because I'm really excited about the college football season. We keep hearing all this doom and gloom. There's not going to be a college football. They haven't canceled anything. And they haven't canceled NFL. They haven't canceled anything. I don't see it happening, and I'm gonna act as if. I mean, my Hurricanes finally have a quarterback that threw 36 touchdown passes the last time we saw him on a college football field. De'Aaron King, transferring in from Houston, he is a one-man show. He beat Oklahoma by himself. That's how good he is. We haven't had a quarterback like that in about 20 years. We've been hunting for the quarterback like that. Throw him in with our running backs and wide receivers. We might be pretty good this year, So I'm really excited about De'Aaron King. A lot of other players in the transfer portal. We lost Lorenzo Liegert to the Florida Gators. We got in some big linemen. We lost some linemen. And you see that, because the reason why I was thinking, what I was trying to figure out, and, here I am 3 o'clock in the morning. This is what I do. I'm like, I wonder how many Georgia players transferred, It's like, I don't know. I mean, does anybody else do this? Am I the only one, on 24/7 Sports, checking out the transfer portal at 3 a.m.? I don't know. Maybe I have a problem. Maybe I have an issue. Oh boy, I got no answer from the peanut gallery over here, so I guess maybe I do have an issue. Let's go on this stuff, though.
I will say Georgia probably has the most players coming in and out of any of the big schools. It seems right?
A lot of interesting transfers in to Georgia, and
right?
That's to me. That's the King is way fast. Last year he played in a few games, and they were like, "Hey, take your redshirt year now." Because Holgerson thought he was coming back to Houston, and then he goes into the transfer portal. He ends up on my team. It's like, how cool is that? It's like 36 touchdown passes. I mean, runs for 2,000 yards. It's like, we got a real quarterback. Might not be our style of quarterback, we're more pocket passer team, but so what? We'll take it. We'll take anything at this point. But anyways, they're Brandon knows first hands. Chris Heath, who are these guys? I'm Mitch. This is Chris. That's Rod. And that's Steve Monahan. These two guys, this guy and this guy are the Puck Dogs. So there. That's who they are. But anyways, let's get to today's Major League Baseball matchups and see if there's any meat on the bone. I gave out just 2 premium picks. I might add some. I'm not sure. I moved my microphone position, so if anyone has any feedback on that, I would like to hear it. Hopefully I sound a little clearer, a little better. I used to have the microphone up here. I moved it down here. So you might hear my keyboard here and there, but that's it. But anyways, get to our first game.
Today, that covers it up. We can't hear that.
What are you talking about?
I said it's windy on the beach today. We won't hear your keyboard.
Oh, Monahan? Yeah. We got to say, we're going to call this the Monahan vacation from hell. It's like,
Boy,
we had a clear discussion.
It's Jesus Christ! It's windy and at 100 degrees.
Well, believe me, I've done these shows from Target. I've done these shows from Costco. I've done these shows from hospital beds. I've done these shows from pretty much everywhere. Never had shaky cameras and all this other crap going on. I managed to get it done. Believe me, I've even had the samples, and I even had the person behind the sample desk said, "All organic, no need to panic." At Costco, handed me the sample on the show. We've done it all. We've gone through the spam aisle at a Hawaiian Target. That in itself is an adventure. But yeah, Rod's volume is a little low, is what people are saying here.
Low? Here, I can turn it up. Is that better?
Crank up the volume. Pump up.
Pump up the volume.
Raise the roof with Rod, and let's raise the roof. We got the double header. So we got 2 cancellations, but we got a double header. This one is in Cleveland, where Zach Plesac gets the ball against Carlos Rodon. I've seen different starters listed for this game. I don't even know who to trust anymore. But Plesac and Rodon, or is it Plutko? I'm not even sure. I've heard both. In the video, I said Plesac and wrote Plutko in the description, just because I didn't want to hear it. In all the comments, it's Plutko, it's Plesac, it's Plutko. It's Rodon for sure. Rod, any thoughts on this one? The 3:40 game in Cleveland.
If it's Rodon, I'll lean Cleveland here at home when they're home open. But if they decide to put Cease in there, then I'm going to go the other way and take the White Sox.
Yeah, but it'll be Cease and Savali. It's a doubleheader.
I'm seeing him for the first leg of the doubleheader.
Yeah, I got Cease as the first guy in there.
Against Savali still? Savali against Cease?
Yeah. And it's Savali. Cease and Savali in game 1.
Don't use any of the other sites for your information. There it is. There's the answer right there. Fake news over on 2 of our competitors' sites that I'm looking at for information. One of them rhymes with Haggis Lynn Dider, and the other one rhymes with Mothers. or more like Movers. One rhymes with Movers, and the other one rhymes with Haggis Lynn Dider. Rod?
With Cease playing, I'm going to take the White Sox at the moment. Give me the White Sox here.
Steve?
Yeah, if Cease is going, I'll take the White Sox.
Chris Ruffalo?
If Cease is going, I'm going Cleveland. I like Savali.
Chris is like, I don't put the pink light on because Monahan's got the picture. We got the pink thing going.
I was trying to match. I'm trying to keep it sort of.
It actually it's a dead clash, is what it is. I'll go with, and I got the purple light going over here too. It's just it's a disaster from an aesthetic standpoint today.
It's a bad lighting thing.
Monahan's got the sweat pouring down his face. It's like
dying.
I like Dylan Cease. I like the White Sox in this one. I just think there's a lot of value, and these are the type of spots that they win. So as a White Sox fan, I've seen it before. We got the Nationals up against the Blue Jays. Austin Voth up against Tanner Roark. It's weird. Roark used to be on the Nationals, and you kind of always associate him with being on the Nationals, but he's actually on the Yard Goats right now. And then we've got Austin Voth, who I got to say, you guys know I love a pitcher that gives up a lot of hits and a lot of runs. Voth's on my list. Rod?
Give them the Yardbirds. I'll take a shot with the Yardbirds today.
Yard goats.
Yard Goats.
Yard goats. Steve?
Yeah, I'm with the Yard Goats. Tanner Rourke pitching for the Blue Jays against the Nats. I'll go with the Yard Goats.
Chris?
Yeah, I have a premium play on the side on pickdogs.com and sportschatplays.com in the premium area. But for the side, I'll lean to the under.
I just changed the sound levels for these guys. I'm not a sound engineer, but I play one on our live show. So I just changed the sound levels on the soundboard. So hopefully it'll work. I'll do a little EQ while they're talking. Next time we'll see if we can just get the right vibe going for the sound. But I'm on the Yard Goats too. I don't see the Voth, coming to get me at minus 150. Doesn't this guy have like a 16 ERA? I mean,
something like that.
Did I miss something here? Maybe it's me that's loud, and they are. That's why they are, because I moved my mic. So mine should sound a lot crisper than it did. But let's go with the Reds versus the Cubbies. Once again, all kinds of conflicting information as to who's going to start in this one. But I believe it's Male and Mills is what I'm seeing.
That's what I have.
But Lovers has something different. Anyways, Rod, Reds, this is the thing about that game last night. The Cubs come out. They score 5 in the first. It looks like the game is over. It comes all the way down to the 9th inning. The Reds have the bases loaded with nobody out, and runs are just scoring one after another, one at a time, right? It's one at a time the Reds are scoring. So they have bases loaded with one out, down by a run, and they don't get the tying run across, and they lose the game. It's a tough way to lose.
Oh, tough way to lose. Reds have started this year off tough. So you lose 2 to Detroit, and then you lose like that to your first game to the Cubs. I think they bounce back. I'll take the Reds. Give me the Reds to salvage something from. At least they made the comeback and started to get some hits and runs, and I think they win this game. So I think the Reds.
Steve?
Yeah, I mean, the Reds have been snake bit starting the season. It's not like they're not scoring runs. They're definitely scoring runs. But I think, like Rod said, I think they bounce back tonight, and I'm going to go with the Reds. And I'll take the over, actually, on the runs again.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm with Steve. I'm on the over 10 for the total here. I think there's a lot of runs tonight.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Reds. I think they bounce back. I'll just go against the Cubs all season. Just check me off on whoever they're playing. We got the Brewers against the Pirates. Now, this was I thought the game of the day yesterday. Really, it was a great game. I'm not saying it was the best matchup and these were the best teams. I just think it was the best game. Down 5-1 in the top of the 9th. The Brewers come back 5-3, 2 outs, 2 strikes after striking out Christian Yelich for the second out. Ryan Braun pumps one right down the line. 2 runs come across. They go to the extra innings. The Brewers can't get a run. And then the secret to the extra innings is clearly you got to strike out the first guy. I mean, that's really what it all comes down to. You got to strike that first guy out, and that's what the Brewers did. They had a Hader in the bottom of the 9th, and then they took him out. They just went 1 inning with him. but it was enough. And the Brewers also had a runner on third with one out, up by one in that game, and did not get the insurance run. And I was sure we were going to even more innings after that, but we didn't get it. I gave out the run line in that game as my premium pick. I had also bet the Brewers regular, so I kind of broke even there. So that was my feelings. But I really enjoyed watching the game as a fan. Like I said, a 60-game baseball schedule is just about right for me. It's like I don't need 162. I'm good with 60. Rod, what do you think here? Brewers, Pirates. We got Holland up against Lindblom.
Yeah. Give me the Brewers here. I'm gonna take Brewers on the run line today. I think they get her done.
Lindblom, you say? Monahan.
Monahan is all in on the Brewers. I think the Brewers are a pretty good team. I've actually watched a couple of their games so far, and they're not lacking run production, that's for sure. So I'll go with the Brewers here against the Pirates.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over here as well. Going with overs in the Derek Holland game has worked out well for me over the years, so I'll take the over here.
Josh Lindblom is a guy who's been out for a while, right? He's a career journeyman. He's been with the Dodgers organization in 2011. He hasn't pitched in the majors since 2017. He had a 7.84 then, and of course he was with the other team in this one, the Pirates. So at that time, he was with the A's, the Rangers. He's never been any good in 2012. I mean, this guy has been around, right? 2015, he didn't make it to the big show. I have very little faith in him because I know Derek Holland. I've watched Derek Holland, and I say this all the time, and people say, you're foolish, And I think he's one of the better lefties in the game when he's on. I do. I think he's a number one starter when he's on. I do. I think he's got that kind of stuff. And he proves me wrong year after year, every time I say it. But I don't care. He's my guy, and I'm sticking with them. Taking the Pirates. We got the Braves and the Rays going back at it. Tyler Glasnow, pretty tough to hit yesterday. And then on top of that, the Braves just looked exhausted. They looked exhausted. So do they recoup here in what looks to be another not very fun spot? Chirinos on the mound for the Rays. Kyle Wright, who, this guy's, he was once an emerging star, right, with the Indians years ago. But he's back and he's with the Braves. Chirinos minus about 1.25, 130. The Braves at plus 120. Total 8.5. Rod, your prediction?
Give me the over. I'll take the over in this game. I think we're going to see some more runs.
I mean, is Chirinos a viable pitcher? Is he, where does he fit in the Astros rotation? He probably would be starting today against Buehler. I have no idea. Anyways, Steve?
No, you guys, Chris and you both were spot on yesterday. You're talking about Glasnow. He pitched real well. And Chris made the comment that the Braves had played Sunday night and they were going to be tired. And, it proved to be exactly that formula.
But the Mets didn't look that tired.
Yeah, well, they took a 14-1 ass kicking the night before. So, no, but I like the Rays. I watched some of the game yesterday. I think the Rays are really in a 60-game schedule here. I'm starting to think the Rays are going to be no joke in this.
Starting to drink the Mitch Kool-Aid there.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over here, and I'm going to take the Rays tonight against the Braves.
How about you, Chris?
Chris last year, he's one of their better long relievers as well. Kyle Wright, I think he had an ERA just under 9 last season in 4 starts. So I'll take the Rays here.
I'm gonna go with the over. I don't know. I don't like either of these pitchers. It's weird because I generally like the Rays guys, and I think that they like do a good job. I keep thinking my microphone is up there, but it's here now. But I keep I like the Rays pitchers. I like the way they manage their whole system. From start to finish, very very efficient. For some reason, I just never liked Chirinos. So I don't know. He's always the guy that I don't like. So I'm going to go with the over in this one. Let's see what we got. Next up, we've got the Tigers and the Royals. Oh my God! They're letting them play again. I can't even keep a straight face in this one. We got so the Tigers and the Royals. Rod, I don't think the pitchers have been announced here. Have they been announced yet for this one?
Oh, I got Agrazal listed for Detroit and
Nice.
nothing for the Royals yet.
The Royals.
No,
It's
no.
like nobody wants to go back out there after last night. It's like I'm tired, man. I was. I mean,
Nobody in the pitching stand's picking up the phone in their hotel room.
oh, it doesn't matter. Here we go. Let's start making excuses for the Tigers pitching. Oh my God, man. Come on. So the premium picks have a if you go to our premium picks area, if you click on each individual person and you click on that person, you can see a record of all the picks that they made and the results. And it's early, so it's pretty easy to take a look at all that stuff, all that information. So Steve's in a windstorm there.
Oh yeah.
And then most people are saying our sound is fixed. Yeah, if we say on the show run line, and we say on the show just I'm taking this, that means I'm taking this, and if it's run line, that means taking this. We got a news organization here saying breaking news: the Yankees-Phillies game has been postponed. Thanks.
What?
Oh
What?
wow,
Oh,
they
man,
did not
it's
know
gonna
that.
kill my whole day now.
Damn,
What's going on?
I got to get my ESPN fixed. I got to get my ESPN.com fixed. It's like, I don't know. Didn't we already? It's like, I hate the breaking news, guys. I'm sorry. I like the people. I just don't like the announcement of not breaking news. It's like, we're not a news show, but we knew this one. We're not a news show. We're not even close. We don't have access to the players. We can't do news. We could pretend. We could have an opinion on the news. And I think it stinks the Yankees game is canceled. Now Garrett Cole's actually going to get more starts, right, than he would have gotten. The Yankees might actually even get their money's worth because he's going to get more starts because these postponements, right, they're going to be made up later on. So that now he gets to move up in the rotation. They're not at that price point. It's not like, oh, we'll give him the extra day's rest. It's like at that price point, they're going to be pushing him out to the mound. It's like, no, let's handle him with kick gloves. Let's give him. It's like, how much does he make? It's like, Cole, you're pitching the sixth. I just pitched yesterday. I don't care. Grab your glove and get out there. Oh man, Steve, Detroit and Kansas City.
This game is crap.
Straight garbage.
And I'm going to go with the Royals. I mean, they kicked the Tigers' ass yesterday. I think the Tigers are just going to go into this funk of bad baseball, which they've proven. So I'm going to go with the Royals here.
Straight garbage. Ruffalo?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Royals as well. I think the Tigers are going to be that team that get a big win like they did against Cincinnati early on and then sort of fall apart over the first couple of weeks. So I'll take Kansas City here.
Lousy game.
Yeah.
This thing just stinks. See, the thing about
lousy game.
bad teams is always in professional sports, especially, or any high level of sports. Bad teams is always bad defense, right? That's what that means. It's like you go to the NBA, the bad teams have bad defense. You go to NFL, the bad teams have bad defense. You go to baseball, the bad teams have just. I mean, it was 15-5. It's like the fifth inning. The game's like 6 hours long already. It's like it's nothing fun about it for anyone. But had Fulmer on my fantasy team. It's like, shut up. Hate.
You know, if you had the under yesterday, you were like, "Hey, look, there's the under." Oh, it's over. You weren't sweating that one.
Rod, what do you hate more, fantasy sports or fantasy sports guys like on the internet, like the fantasy sports like gurus? I think I hate the gurus almost more than I hate the actual fantasy sports.
Yeah, I think so because they're a little
Chris, you
but
like?
I still both.
Chris, gurus or fantasy sports? I hate the gurus, man. I like Brad, our guy, because he's totally low key about it. He just wins, right? But these other guys, like, the Yahoo guys, forget it, man. It's like, oh my god, it's like,
can we put quotation marks around gurus?
I mean, what idiots. It's like, this is seriously like, like a 50-year-old guy that, is playing Dungeons and Dragons in his basement. I mean, that's what this is, these fantasy guys. It's like, oh, I'm playing against him in my other league. Steve, what do you think about these fantasy gurus out there?
I'm gonna say I hate the gurus more than I hate the actually players that do it. Very tired of it.
I used to like the old fantasy football, back in the day, but I can't stand it now. I can't either. I can't even stand to talk about it. I'm done talking about fantasy.
Yep.
Speaking about fantasies, the Red Sox are back in town. Matt Hall up against David Peterson, and the Red Sox once again looking absolutely hideous last night. I mean, didn't these guys have the highest payroll in baseball last season? And now it's like, where's Chris Sale? Where are all these, where are the Red Sox? It's like the Mets really going to town on them. Just got off the plane and just started, swinging the bats. They didn't even stop at the hotel. Rod, what do you think about the Mets and the Red Sox?
Matt Mets Hall. Again. I'll take the Mets again. Give me the Mets.
Steve?
Mets. Meet the Mets. Absolutely. I actually watched the game last night. The Mets started the game off with two base running blunders in the first inning, and then the home run started. Not overly impressed with the Red Sox, I tell you. Outside of J.D. Martinez and Devers, and, they got three solid guys still in the lineup. But I think the Mets are going to start playing well. Alonso hit a bomb last night, so I think the Mets are going to start scoring runs. And I like the Mets tonight again to win.
Chris? I think he's frozen.
So I'll take the over. I think it was at 10.
Yeah,
and the over I like too.
You were frozen there for the first part of your little spiel. You're frozen. We didn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. I like the over here.
In the Mets.
I like the over 10 runs.
Well, you could see I was at Tom Seaver Day on July 24th, 1988. It's my bumper sticker. It's up by the bear right there. Other than that, I really don't have a lot of interest in the Mets either. I do like them better than the Red Sox. No reason to ever take the Red Sox. I'm going to take the Mets. I think Red Sox, Cubs, they're easy choices for me to bet against. I love betting against big market, or if you're in a two-team city, you bet against the bigger of the two. You still can get value on the lesser, but usually not even on the Mets. But when the Mets are playing against one of the big market, other guys, then you can get some value. But generally, I like to bet against big market, and Boston always fits that bill of being overrated. Speaking about a pretty good one, Carlos Martinez gets the ball against Homer Bailey in this Twins versus Cardinals matchup. Two teams, 2-1, both over the weekend, and I don't know. These both look like playoff teams. I know the Cardinals played the Pirates, but the Twins went into Chicago and battered up on a White Sox team that a lot of people really had high on their list. Rod, what do you think about this one? Homer Bailey on the mound, great name for a pitcher, and Carlos Martinez, who used to be the number one for the Cardinals. Since then, he's had trouble finding the plate a little bit.
For me, this is a premium pick. I got a premium pick on the side in this game, available over at pickdogs.com or sportschatplace.com. But give me the over. I'll also take the over in this game. I think we're going to see some runs. Both of these high potent power offenses are going to score here.
Steve?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Twins here at home. Carlos Martinez, I love as a pitcher for St. Louis, but I think that Homer Bailey, outside of his 2 no-hitters, Homer Bailey's pretty consistent for my liking. But I think the Twins lineup is loaded, man. I like the Twins at home here. I'm going to take the Twins in the over.
For me, I like the under here. I Carlos Martinez, like Mitch said, used to be St. Louis' number 1. Still has really good stuff, and Bailey's been better since he got out of Cincinnati.
Chris froze.
Froze again.
He's got internet problems. We'll have to berate him.
He's got that look, like he's sad, like something died.
He's frozen in a very awkward position.
What happened?
You froze again.
Oh, great. I like the under pitchers duel Martinez-Bailey.
Yeah, 2 years ago, the Cardinals gave up on Carlos Martinez. They moved him to the bullpen. He had 71 walks that season. He had 70 walks the season before. 60 the season before that. I hate starting pitchers that can't throw the ball over the plate. I just have a problem with them. So I think that, Carlos is a 5-inning guy to begin with. And what we've seen in this shortened baseball season is the quick hook, right? It's like guy struggles in the first inning. With games worth 2.7 games each, compared to a regular baseball game, the value of a baseball game is now 2.7 games. In a 60-game schedule versus a 162-game schedule, it comes out to 2.7 games each game is worth. They're not taking any chances. The guy struggles, he's gone. And I don't think Carlos is going to be playing a lot of baseball tonight. That's just what I got to say about that. Anyways, we got Arizona against Texas, 2 teams that really kind of, I'm not really sure what they were doing this weekend, but Texas, it was weird because you would think Rockies Rangers runs, but it wasn't really the case. And then Arizona, they were scrappy against San Diego, but they just seemed to be a guy short, and maybe they could use like a guy like Paul Goldschmidt or something in the lineup. I'm not sure, but it's like, I don't really understand what Arizona's. It's like they just seem like they need 1 or 2 more bats in there, 1 or 2. But and the thing is, they are that close. They are that close.
They are,
It's
yeah.
1 or 2 guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they got stomped in all those games or they weren't competitive. It was like they had some chances, and it's like the A's, they might not get a lot of chances, but it seems they take advantage of all of them. While the Diamondbacks, they take advantage of none. Rod, what do you think about this one? Texas and Arizona. We got 2 pretty, right from what we saw early, these could be 2 of the worst teams in baseball.
Could be. I got a premium pick on the side here. I'm going to lean the under here in this game. I think
Kyle Gibson making the start for Texas. He's a guy that I always liked, from Minnesota. So. Steve?
I think the Rangers are one of the worst teams in baseball. I'm going to go with the D-backs. I think the D-backs got off to a little bit of a rough start, but I watched a little bit of that game last night. I think Texas stinks this year, so I'll take the D-backs here. And I'll take the under here. I don't think a lot of runs will be scored tonight.
Chris?
Yeah, I like the under as well, but I like Texas to win this game. They had the day off yesterday. Arizona came in after having to battle San Diego, so I'll take a shot with Texas and Gibson on the mound.
Why can't this game be rained out? It's like this. Why is this in a dome? If you're going to have a rain out, this looks like a good one to me. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about that game at all. Let's go to game 2 between the White Sox and the Indians. We didn't go over this one. Rodon and it's Plucko, right?
Blanco. Yeah.
Let's go to that one. It's not really up next on my board, but I don't care. We'll just probably get confused after this. Rod, what do you think about this one?
You take the White Sox again. Give me the White Sox. I think they come in there and go win both.
Steve?
I'm going to take the Indians here. I don't see the White Sox sweeping. I like the White Sox in Game 1. I like the Indians in Game 2.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the White Sox here with Rodon on the mound.
The weird thing about Rodon is that it's like he is a feast or famine guy. He could give up 10 runs in the first inning, or he could go one hitter. You know, he is that type of guy. The weird thing is that this is he seems to be the guy that, you know, kind of. This is the. I don't know. This type of series is the type of series that the White Sox traditionally play well in. They haven't been a great road team over the years, though. So we gotta tread lightly. But if you take two dogs, all you gotta do is win one, turn a small profit, and that's really is the name of the game. It is a marathon and not a sprint. Speaking of marathons and not a sprint, this could be a World Series possible preview here as the Astros host the Dodgers. Walker Buehler on the mound, and this guy has been everything that he was built to be. I mean, this guy, they built him up like he was the second coming of, you know, Nolan Ryan, and I'll tell you what, he kind of is. He kind of is. He's got, you know, it's a little early, you know, and a few no-hitters short of that, but man, does he have the stuff and basically the heat. And he's up against Framber Valdez. But the Astros bats, they have not taken a rest, and the Dodgers, as far as I'm concerned, if you can lose twice at home to the Giants, you could certainly lose to the Astros in Houston. Rod, what do you think?
I think I'm going to take Houston here. Their bats are still good. I know Buehler's a good pitcher here, but I think Houston can still get to him. After what I seen the Dodgers play against the Giants, no way am I jumping to back this Dodger team right now. No way. Give me Houston.
Steve?
Houston's averaging 7 runs a game. So,
Steve, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm all in on Buehler too. I think this kid is special. I think Houston of course, obviously has been scoring a ton of runs. But I think Buehler's going to shut them down or limit them a bit. I think the Dodgers have, you know, with Mookie Betts in the lineup. I'm going to go with the Dodgers tonight.
Hold on, Chris. I just got an urgent email. It says, "Hi, how are you today? This is Raymond Moore from J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. There's good news for you. I've been trying to contact you with a new development, but you've never responded to my emails. I sincerely want you to respond to this email so you will be able to receive your fund as soon as possible. The hold on your fund was lifted/canceled, followed by the new order from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. You'll be receiving your fund as soon as possible. All you need to do is provide your banking and personal information and fill in and resend the authentication form. I look forward to your response." Nice. I think I'll just give him everything, you know, banking, Social Security, and I'll sign off on it too. What the hell? Seems legitimate. It's like,
Hold on. You mean to tell me in the span of a week, I have a Nigerian prince that wants to send me $7 million, and now I have a thing that's going to be lifted at J.P. Morgan Bank? Sign me up.
Mitch Wilson likes this.
2 great deals in 1 week.
Here's my care emoji. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Chris got left 20 million euros from a Nigerian princess. Care emoji. Nailed it. It's like, well,
we went to grade school together. She remembered me. That's all it was.
It's like my wife says, well, what did you say? Wow emoji. Nailed it.
High five emoji.
All right, back to the Dodgers and the Astros.
I'm going to take the over here. I think both teams' bats come alive for this one, so I'll take the over 9.5.
I like the Astros here. I think you're getting plus money on Houston at home against a Dodgers team that has never been as good on the road under Dave Roberts as they have been at home. And also, like I said, if you can lose to the San Francisco Giants, you can lose to the Houston Astros. That's for damn sure. So I think that's one of the better values on the entire board, but I think I gave it out as my dog of the day. So not a premium pick, but man, I wish it was. Anyways, the Angels up against the Mariners. Patrick Sandoval up against Justice Sheffield in this one. Angels minus 165, minus 170. Mariners plus 150. Not a lot of faith, but they played the Astros. You got to give them a little bit of a break. Rod, what are you thinking here?
I'm gonna take the Angels here. Give me the Angels on the run line. I think they can. I'm not sold on Seattle. They did win one against Houston.
Sheffield's arbitration eligible. Steve?
Justice Sheffield, original Yankee draft pick, highly touted. We traded him to the Mariners, I think, about a year ago.
Could the 10.15 ERA with the Yankees have anything to do with that? It's like
I think so. I think so. It was an influence.
But take a look at the numbers here. It's like. Okay.
So he was key in the Paxton deal. He was one of the chips in the Paxton deal. But anyway, the Angels, the way they lost, Trout getting called out on that high strike last night. I think the Angels rebound. I think the Angels pound the Mariners tonight. I'm going to go Angels.
Chris?
I'm going to go with the over. I'm not fond of the pitching matchup. I think we see double-digit runs in this one, so I'll take the over 9.
Sandoval's not that horrible. 27 earned in 66 innings. Also, 68 strikeouts in 66 innings. So he can throw the heater, but of course that 11 taters to go with that. So let's just say, not a ton of walks. 28 walks in 66 innings. So he's got some control. I think he's definitely the better option of the two. But these are not pitchers or teams I'm rushing out to bet. I don't love the price on the Angels, and that's where I struggle in this one. I really struggle with the price here. Because Justice Sheffield actually, as bad as his ERA was, 5.50 last year, 7 starts, 36 innings. So he's a 5-inning guy. All he's got to do is get out of the 5th. Unfortunately, he hasn't really been able to do that much. This is a tough one. Anyways, let's go to Oakland and Colorado. Daniel Mengden on the mound for the A's. Senzatella on the road for the Rockies. And road teams that are playing back-to-back road series, not looking so hot these days. The Brewers came back on the Pirates, but let's just say the Braves didn't look so good. Anyways, Colorado a long way from home. Rod, what are you thinking in this one?
For me, the side is a premium pick for me. Available at the website. But I lean the under here.
How many premium picks do you have today?
I have a total of 5 premium picks, 3 in MLB, 1 in MLS, and 1 preseason hockey.
Nice. Steve, who do you like in this one? A's and the Rockies. The Rockies actually played well defensively in that game, in that series against the Rangers. But Anthony Senzatella getting the ball here.
Yeah, I'm all in on the A's here. I've watched a couple of their early games. I think the A's are pretty damn good. I'm going to take the A's here, especially the fact that they're home.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to jump on the over here as well. Senzatella, 76 strikeouts in 25 starts last year. He didn't miss a ton of bats, and that can't happen with the way Oakland's been swinging the bat to start the year. And I'm not investing too much in Daniel Mengden either, so I'll take the over here.
Yeah, I have a premium pick on this game as well. So going to stick with that. We got the Padres and the Giants. Got Jeff Samardzija on the mound for the Giants. 2-2 in Los Angeles, still getting zero respect in this one. Up against Zach Davies for the Padres, who not exactly a world beater here. Padres on the road now as favorites at -145. Boy, there's a lot of love for the Padres all of a sudden. Rod?
Yeah, I'm gonna in this one. I'll take a shot with the Giants. Give me the Giants at home here. Giants money line.
Steve, ever been a worse pitcher to have as long a career as Jeff Samardzija?
I can't have to think about that, but you're pretty spot on with that. I like the Giants here at home with Samardzija, Padres on the road. Give me the Giants here. I think a lot of runs will be scored tonight, too, between both teams, so I like the over.
I'll tell you, when I'm 27 years old, I'd like to look like Zach Davies, too, man. This guy looks like he's about 15. Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Giants as well. I think Samardzija pitches the Giants to a win here. So I'll take the Giants plus 129.
I like the under. And that does it for Major League Baseball. We're going to go to NHL. It's just a couple scrimmage games going on today. We got the Penguins and the Flyers. The Flyers plus 115. The Pens minus 135. Rod, you got an opinion on this one?
Yeah, hold on. Where's my sheet?
Chris, you want to fill it in the meantime?
Yeah, I like the Penguins here. I mean, the Flyers are one of the top 4 seeds, but this break allowed the Penguins to finally get healthy. So I think they get a warm up in here against the Flyers. I'll take the Penguins minus 135.
Rod?
Give me the Flyers plus 120. This Penguins team, there's something wrong with Crosby. They're not going to say it. They're not going to announce it. That's just one of those things. He leaves practice without any warning. He's done it a couple times now. There's something going on there that we don't know and we're not hearing about. And I have no faith in Pittsburgh. They got whooped the first round last year. Healthy or not healthy, they're not my favorite team. There's an overhyped machine that I have no faith in. Sorry, give me the Flyers here today.
Got the Canadians and the Maple Leafs. Chris?
Yeah, I like Toronto, especially with the circumstances of being the first game back. I think it's going to be a lot of sloppy play, and I think if you're giving me two teams that are going to play a little bit sloppy, I like the team with the better offense. So I'll take Toronto minus 148.
Rod?
I lead in the Leafs as well, but give me the over. I think the over, I've seen it like 6.
6.5.
6?
6.5.
6.5, yeah. We're back to 6s? Nice. Give me over.
Calgary.
These teams will fly over that.
Calgary, Edmonton, 2 teams that really like each other, 2 cities that are just, it's going to be one big love-in there in this one. Rod, I know you like Calgary as just in general, not necessarily the hockey team, but I mean just in general. Big fan of Calgary. The mayor of Calgary, Rod. What do you think here?
For me, the Oilers have looked real good in their training camp. McDavid just looks beast as always. He just looks like he floats around on the ice like he's not even putting in effort in. He's just like and then boom, goal. And it's like, what happened? Give me the Oilers.
You can tell it's hockey. Rod's got the whole thing going. He's back.
This is the game this is the first matchup between the Oilers and Calgary since the big goalie fight. They had goalie fights. They had the goalies were fighting the last time these 2 teams met. I'm excited to see the Oilers and Calgary go at it.
Rod's energy level just goes to a whole nother level. It's like, hey, Rod, you want to talk some La Liga? Anyways, Chris, what do you think about this one?
No La Liga.
Edmonton.
Go to the Bundesliga.
Edmonton, Calgary. And in today's Bundesliga action, Edmonton takes on Calgary. Chris, who do you like in this one?
I like the over 6.5, 4 meetings in the regular season at 31 goals. So.
Just to refresh it for us one more time, Saturday starts the NHL season, but is it regular season or is it playoffs, immediate playoffs?
It's right into the qualifying round of the playoffs.
What does that mean?
So that's where the top 4 seeds are going to play that round robin tournament for seeding, and then it's going to be 5 versus 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10 and 8 versus 9 to it's like a play-in series, best of 5.
So we have
And
five,
then-
we have 5 games on Saturday. It all kicks off with the Rangers Hurricane. We got the Oilers against the Blackhawks, the Islanders Flyers, Montreal Pittsburgh, and Calgary and Winnipeg. So it's just one of those Mitch schedules where you got a noon game, a 3 o'clock game, a 4 o'clock game, an 8 o'clock game, and a 10:30. Just perfectly spaced out for the New Year's Day special, right? I like Edmonton in this game, by the way. Anyways, let's go with into the NBA. I just think the Oilers they made those trades. A lot of those guys were banged up, and I think that now they've had a little bit of time to really, actually, almost like this worked out perfect for them, as they would have had to mix these guys in if it was regular season, and it would have taken a little bit more to gel. Now it's basically like they've had a training camp together, and it's Edmonton's going to be good. So I think they might be our team to watch, and they might be the official team of our show.
They're a nice future bet right now.
Yeah.
You can get it at plus 2,500.
I love them. I love them.
I'm in on
love them.
it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I actually placed that bet.
I'm in. Put me in for a dime. I'm in. Dime pays $25,000.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
No,
Everyone always asks, "What's an easy bet?" I think that's one of those risk reward bets. Give me a dime. Give me a dime.
It's worth the risk.
It's worth the risk, and it's not
reward.
that long term. It's not that long term.
No.
I love it.
You're not waiting 8 months for your future bet.
Imagine this. I actually convinced myself into a bet, and it took about 20 seconds. That's never happened before. Anyways, we got the Heat up against the Grizzlies. The Heat 3.5-point favorites here. This game is 2 o'clock start from the bubble. Last day of NBA scrimmage. Rod?
Give me the Heat. I think the Heat will, their last day of scrimmage, I think they do enough to cover the 4 points.
Steve?
You give me the Heat. Absolutely the better team. They're ready to go. No question. It's the point spread is minimal here. Give me the Heat.
Chris?
I want the Heat as well.
So here's a comment about the premium picks, and it's like we give out so many free picks. But if you look at the premium picks and you look at someone like Rod, he said he has 5 today, right? And he's going to have even more when the NHL playoffs start and all that other stuff, right? And NBA, and we have a lot more to go. So you figure 5 a day, 30 days in a month, that's 150 picks. He charges $300 for his monthly package. That is
$2 a pick.
no, it's less than that.
I'm
that
just
what it
saying
is?
150.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is $2 a pick. It's going to be less than that, though, because he's going to have more than that. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, something like that. Let's just say he's up like 700 units already with his premium picks. The thing would have paid for itself already, Phoenix Suns against the Raptors. Suns plus 5.5. Total set at 221. Rod looks frozen. Steve? Oh, he's back. Rod?
I think I'm back.
Raptors, Suns.
Raptors. Give me the Raptors here.
Steve?
Same thing. The Raptors are ready to go. Much better team here. That's it. Go Raptors.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Raptors as well. They're starting to look like they're in playoff shape right now. So I'll take the Raptors minus 5.5.
Got the Pacers against the Spurs. Rod? Pacers minus 3. Frozen. Steve? Oh, here he's back. Pacers, Spurs. For Rod.
Pacers, biggest bet of the day. The Spurs team's checked out.
Yep, they have checked.
This is minus 3. They're gonna walk all over them.
If there's such thing as an easy scrimmage game pick, this might be it. Steve?
Yeah, give me the Pacers here. I pick the Pacers. No question.
The Spurs.
Yeah, I'm on the Pacers as well. I lost faith in the Spurs against the Nets, so I'll take Indiana here minus 3.
Got the Thunder up against the Blazers. Thunder minus 3.5. They were 8-2 before the COVID stoppage. Rod?
OKC. Give me OKC here.
Steve?
Yeah. I'm all in on the Thunder here as well.
Chris?
I'll take the over 219.5. I think it's a higher scoring game.
Got the Rockets against the Celtics. Rockets getting 1.5 here. Total set at 226.
Ugh. Do these teams even try?
I don't know. I was like, I can't. You know what image just popped into my head? Like right when I announced this, right when I just read off the game, and it's like I know it's the last NBA scrimmage game. Gordon Hayward's ankle snapping like his first 2 minutes as a Celtic. It's like, it's like, can you imagine? Like for a scrimmage. I mean, you can't walk around like you're going to get hit by a car, walking across the street. But at the same time, there's some things that are maybe,
Oh yeah.
you would be kicking yourself,
So I'm definitely not running to the window to bet this game, but I'll leave the Celtics here.
If you're running to the window to bet NBA scrimmage games, you have a problem. I'm going to call you out on it, Steve. Rockets, Celtics.
Steve's muted.
Oh, no, here we go. I'm watching my guys.
Steve's giving us that. Steve's signing off the Jersey Shore segment with the chin shot. He's given up on holding the camera. It's just like, I'm just gonna lay it flat on the table and just let it just shoot right up my nostrils. What do you?
I can't wait to get home.
Me neither.
I know. We're all in agreement here.
Who hates the Monahan remote setup?
Nah, but this Rockets-Celtic game, like Rod said, neither team could give a crap. They don't want to hurt anybody. I'll go with the Rockets here, though.
Chris?
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, I'll take the Celtics. I think they have the better bench, so I'll take Boston here.
All right. We ran over an hour again. We kept it pretty close to the hour that we wanted to keep the show at. The whole idea is to keep the show around an hour. If you missed any picks, you can go back and rewatch. We do it sport by sport, and we kind of go in time order, so you'll know like if it's around that time, then that's where that pick likely is for that game. We'll be stepping up some of the graphics and things for the show. We tried doing a border around it. I didn't like it because it cut off my it is what it is sign, so that's why I'm not using the border, because I got to figure it out, because I got a choice. It's either the surfboard or the it is what it is sign, or I could just have both with no border, and I think that's where I'm in my happy place. And that's what that decision came down to. But it doesn't mean we can't have some other graphics, like talking about the games and also saying who everybody picked at the end, kind of like a running thing. We used to do a recap at the end of the show. I think maybe we'll start that again. We'll put that on the list for August. What do you guys think? Any bird cages today, Rod?
Yeah, today, NBA. We're going to go Pacers -3, Dallas, money line, OKC, money line. Parlay those up. A nice bird cage. Little NHL preseason. Go Oilers, money line, Flyers, money line, Leafs, money line. Parlay those three up. Get another nice little bird cage for today. Love those two bets today. I love both these two. We have true bird cages today. So excited for those.
For mine, the NBA that I really like today, I like the Heat -3.5, Raptors -5.5, and the Pacers -3. And for the NHL, I like the under 6 in the Pittsburgh-Philadelphia game, Toronto money line, and over 6.5 in Edmonton-Calgary.
Steve?
I like the Heat. I think that's a great play as well, 3.5. I like the A's today and the over on that game, and I like the Mets and the over against the Red Sox today. That's mine.
go with the Mets, Astros, and Mets, Astros, Reds. Birdcage.
Nice.
Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, Chris, Rod, Steve. Thanks again, Steve. We'll be back to normal tomorrow. Say goodbye to the Jersey Shore, the sweat rag, and all that kind of good stuff. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Get me some saltwater taffy. I'll see everyone. We'll see everyone tomorrow for the show. Hopefully, we can do better than this.